dealershipnews.com community. This is Sean Kelley, the Car Biz Coach, exclusive vlogger for dealershipnews.com and CEO of Car Motivators. So today's vlog, is all about creating a buy now situation with your customers. And the reason for this vlog is because over the last couple weeks, I've had a lot of coaching conversations with salespeople and sales managers where they feel like they're having a hard time getting their customers to move forward with the transaction and buy the vehicle. And I think it's a challenge because in our low pressure, no pressure quest for the transparent selling process that customers absolutely love, we're losing some of our core salesmanship and our ability to create this buy now situation, which comes from urgency. So I want to share some practical and tactical tips that you can use in your sales presentation that will help you create a situation where your customers want to buy now. So before we dive into the nuts and bolts of the presentation, I want to ask you if you've ever watched Home Shopping Network, right? When you're watching Home Shopping Network and they're offering something, first off, what is on the TV? So I drew a little picture for you. By the way, I'm not the best artist, so give me a little leeway here, okay? But what it boils down to is you've got your TV, and in the middle, you've got your amazing, beautiful item for sale, right? And it's always glistening and sparkly, and there's always some lovely spokespeople talking about how amazing that item is, right? And that is number one. So they're building value by showing you this amazing thing and creating they're tapping into what I like to call as the greed, okay? And they're showing you this, and in addition to that, they're also showing you the original price, and they're saying, hey, this thing was $2,000, but you can have all of this for $150 right now, right? So again, they're looking at money savings, and they're trying to help you tap into a big cash savings, which again is tapping into the greed, which is the G in what I call the FUGI factor of creating a buy now situation, all right? Now, here's another interesting part. If you look at the Home Shopping Network, there is how many items are left. There's a constant ticker counting down. Every time they sell an item, they might even jump on a call and you'll see them, okay, yeah, we just sold another one, great. And then they'll count down and it'll go from 5 to 4, right? As they count down, they're showing you that we are going to run out. And that, my friends, if you run out of something, that is a scarcity thing, and that creates a fear of loss. Okay, people want what they can't have, right? And when people want what they can't have, it creates that fear of loss. If you're fearful of losing the opportunity to pick up on this beautiful shiny ring, then you will create it. That will create that urgency, that buy now situation. It can help create it, right? And then also there is a timer, right? And they've got this constant timer, and they're constantly saying, hey, this is going to end in 1 minute and 46 seconds. Hey, there's only 1 minute and 26 seconds to go. Hey, our 1 minute buzzer is going off. The item's going to expire soon. It's not going to be on the market. That right there, anytime you add time frames, okay, that is creating time-sensitive urgency, okay, around if I don't get this, the timer runs out, okay? And then finally, look what else they have. Next item. And this is an interesting part, and it's often overlooked and forgotten when it comes to creating a buy now situation. But they're basically saying, hey, look, if you don't buy this one or if you miss this one, at the end of the day, that's okay. You know why? No big deal, because we got something else for you. We're going to sell you something else. It's not the end of the world, all right? And that, my friends, is indifference. Okay, so this is what I call the FUGI factor and how we can create a buy now situation. So how can you apply this to your car sale? And how can we create fear of loss, a time-sensitive urgency situation where our customer wants to buy now and they feel like they're getting a financial gain or they're saving a bunch of money, but we do it in a way without being pushy and salesy, right? That's what we've got to do. So a couple ways and tips around that. So let's say you've got an internet lead, because we all know it, the majority of our customers are not pulling on the dealership anymore. The up bus isn't coming when it comes to selling cars, right? So we've got to engage with our customers on the internet and get them to have this urgency. And the buy now isn't selling them a car over the phone, my friends, or over the internet. It's getting them to visit our dealership. So some tips and tricks you can go about it, right? if they're reaching out to you about a new or used car, there's only a few things they could possibly want. They might want the best price. They might want to know what their trade-in is worth. They might want to know availability. And if they're looking at a used car, they probably want to know about the condition of the vehicle. And if that is the case, all right, whatever they look at, you've got to use the FUGI factor to create that buy now situation. So let's say a customer calls in and they want to know what their trade-in's worth. Let's say that's the situation here. And they say, yeah, before I come down, I want to know what my trade-in's worth. Well, no problem, Mr. Customer. Tell me about it. What are you driving now, right? And let's say they're driving a '08 Corolla. By the way, I got a little black book. You guys remember these things? Pretty crazy. This is one I used to use. So they're looking at an '08 Corolla. And how many miles are on that, Mr. Customer? 89,000. Okay, perfect. There is a $4,000 deduct when your car crosses the 90,000 mile mark. Mr. Customer, I want to make sure that you get as much as possible for your trade-in. I want to get you as much as possible for that thing. So it will be very advantageous to you to come in before you cross over 90,000 miles. Is it possible for you to make it to my dealership this week? Because I want to make sure you get here before your trade-in depreciates. Okay, not to mention the vehicle that you're calling about has some amazing rebates and incentives right now. We're going to be able to save you a ton of money if you can come down now. By the way, there's no pressure on that. I'll tell you what, we need to sell cars next month too. So if you can't make it before this month's over, because there's only one day left in the month, I'll definitely be able to take care of you next month too. But we definitely want to try to help you get as much as possible right now. So you see how I'm leveraging the FUGI factor to create fear of loss, urgency, greed, but I'm also leveraging indifference. And you've got to have the indifference in there so you don't come across as that pushy, hard closing salesperson that everyone wants to avoid. So my friends, this is Sean Kelley, the Carbiz Coach, exclusive vlogger for dealershipnews.com, challenging you to leverage the FUGI factor to get more buy now situations and help you close more deals. The Sean Kelley Carbiz Coach out.